Alright guys, so here a while back I picked up some lumber to build some more stretchers, Coyote stretchers. So I'm going to kind of walk you through the setup here, what I'm doing and how I'm cutting them out. But anyway, this is just a 1x4 by 8 foot pine plank or fir from the hardware store. I do a layout. This will give you one whole stretcher. That 8 foot board will do one stretcher. So you want 5 stretchers, get you 5 boards. But anyway, here's my measurements that I'm using and how I lay them out. What I'll do first of all is I'll find center of my board. These are 1x4, so they're not a true 4-inch, they're 3.5, I believe. Find your center line of your board and follow that center line all the way down from one end to the other. That's going to give you your 2 halves, you know, like what I've got right up here. Okay. Here's the measurements that I use for the headpiece. So we've got our halfway mark coming up. Okay, my radius starts back here at 9 1/4 inches from the end. So start at this end, come down 9 1/4 inches. On the other end, you're going to start from this side and come over like what I've done here. So that's going to be 1/2. This is going to be the other half over on the other side. Now this is one complete stretcher, like I said. Other than the tailboard, you'll need another piece of board for your tailboard. But anyways, I start down here 9 1/4 inches from the end. That's where the radius is going to kind of end. Shoot for that mark or so. So anyway, each one of these little marks that I've got, this is, you know, obviously 0, 1 inch, 2 inch, 3 inch, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 9 1/4. So from 9 1/4, I'm going to come up, mark at the 8 inch mark. This is going to be a 1/16 of an inch in from this outside edge. Come up another inch to your 7 inch mark. You're going to be 1/8 of an inch in. So on and so forth all the way up. 1/4 inch, 3/8, 5/8, 7/8, an inch and 1/8, inch and a half, an inch and 3/4 is where you're going to be up here at the top of the board. Now for this inside cut, which will be this one right here, from the outside of the board, I come all the way over 2 1/4 inches and come straight down 6 inches. Okay, that's going to overlap your other piece, but that's all right because this is going to be scrap right here. So come over your 2 1/4, come down 6 inches or so. Didn't have to be 6 inches. I like 6 inches, nice round number. And I put a little quick radius in there. You don't have to. I suppose you can make a straight cut. I just don't like sharp corners in my stretchers, so put a little radius in there. Back to that center line. Follow that center line all the way back down, and you'll be able to see I've done the same thing over here on this end. So 9 1/4 inches, about right there. I've got my marks made. I'll follow that radius all the way up, and that's about to that center line, where the end of your radius is going to come up. I suppose you could just go right up to that center line and you'd be fine. Start at the center line and come down. But anyway, come back over here. You've got a scrap piece. Each one of these from this end down this side of the stretcher, I'm going to come down to right here. This is going to be 6 foot long. This one is going to be 6 foot long over here on this side as well to right here. Now from that 6 foot mark, and it doesn't matter which end you use, but this was laying right here, so it's easy. This piece is 16 inches long from here to here. Okay, that's going to be cut out. That's going to be your base piece to stretch your board, you know, to make it wider. But I didn't mark